Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Elisabetta, your watercolor friend with a strong curiosity for art supplies. Today we are swatching the new super granulating colors by Rosa Gallery. I was given this dot card while I was in Bologna a couple of weeks ago for Fabriano and Acquarello, the annual very important watercolor conference here in Italy. And there are 6 colors and I can't wait to swatch them. The girls from Rosa Gallery, they were absolutely amazingly lovely, and I hope that they can find a seller in Italy, because it's quite hard in this moment to buy Rosa Gallery. Of course, the war is not making things easier, but not only Rosa Gallery is wonderful paint, but also using Rosa Gallery, for me, it's a way to support Ukraine. In Italy, they're not easy to buy. We have to buy from Arte Miranda in Spain. I buy them directly from a Ukrainian shop on Etsy. It takes a couple of months to arrive in Italy, but I mean, it's not lifesaver medicine almost. But I'm very happy that I'm swatching this today, and I hope you're curious as well, so stay tuned. Okay, so I have prepared my swatch card in my sketchbook where I keep all my swatches. I found this very useful. So I have these 6 colors and I have put them down. I'm very curious. I think I will pre-wet. I don't always pre-wet my paper, but with granulating colors it's maybe a good idea. And this is golden brown, which is made with yellow ochre PY 43 and carbon black PBR 7. I thought it would give a green, but not. It gives a muted brown. Let me add water, because the granulation is really incentivized by the presence of a lot of water. And this is a very organic muted brown. I can see yellow and black separating. Very nice, very organic. Nice for stones, for instance. What do you think? This is very nice for stones, right? Stones or pavement or ancient buildings. Lots of texture. Now we go to Jade green, and Jade green is PB28 Cobalt blue, which is a very granulating color, PBK7 carbon black, and PY42 yellow ochre. PY42 is the synthetic variety of yellow ochre, whereas PY43 that we find in the previous color is a natural one, but they're both beautiful. Usually they can both be beautiful. I don't say I have a preference for one or the other. And you know that cobalt blue is a naturally granulating color with a strong granulation. And this is a semi-opaque, because cobalt blue can be opaque and yellow ochre is opaque. So let me just add some water. And we let this dry, so we see color separation and granulation. So interesting. Now we swatch Azure green. It's a sort of turquoise, aqua green, and it's made with phthalo blue, PB15, and PG17, which is an opaque green, chromium oxide green. Phthalo blue is not a granulating color, but this says it is granulating. So this is absolutely a new color for all these 6 are new colors for Rosa Gallery. So I think there is a lot of expectation. All the Rosa Gallery fans are watching these colors because they're quite active, I think, in this period, the Rosa Gallery. They are marketing, they're putting on the market a lot of new colors. I don't think this is very strongly granulating, but it's a beautiful color. But let's wait until it dries. Okay, now we swatch this cobalt gray, and cobalt gray is made with cadmium red PR108, PB28 cobalt blue, the same granulating, naturally granulating blue, and carbon black. Black is in a lot of these formulations. You know that I don't mind black in watercolor. I think it has its place. And this has a very lovely separation. It's a gray made with a red, a blue, and a black. Very lovely texture. Let me put more color here and more water. This time we have, they call it carbon black. Actually, it's made with carbon black, which is PBK7. You know that there are different types of black, ivory black, mouse black, lamp black. This is carbon black, which is derived from coal, obviously, and yellow ochre, PY42. Oh, this was, I'm sorry, this was not made with carbon black. This is PBR7 and it's natural brown oxide. It's like burnt sienna, a burnt sienna and a yellow ochre. This is made with black. I'm very sorry. I wrote PBR and I read PBK. Now this is brown and yellow ochre, the golden brown, whereas this is a black and a yellow ochre. Just realized I got confused. I don't see very much the yellow in yellow ochre in this, but we should wait until it dries. I will add some water here and there to see if it helps the separation. I'm very sorry, once again, this is yellow and brown, like burnt sienna and or raw sienna and yellow ochre, natural iron oxide. So this is black and yellow ochre, and this is natural iron oxide and yellow ochre, PBR7 and PBK7, plus 2 different versions of yellow ochre. I see a lot of granulation in this, but not yet color separation, but let's wait. And then I have violet black, which looks very interesting. This is PV19, quinacridone violet, non-granulating color, with the PBK7, which is once again carbon black and cadmium red. So it's 3 not really granulating colors, but it says G, granulating, and maybe together they tend to separate. You know, sometimes pigment are non-compatible, so if you put them together they tend to separate. But it's a beautiful, it's almost a caput mortuum. It's almost a caput mortuum. I will put more in a corner. don't see the granulation yet. But I see a lot of granulation in these four. I don't see a granulation here, and here I don't see a lot of granulation, but they're all very beautiful colors. Let me just add some water for granulation, maybe to show. Okay. Maybe we let this dry, and I'll see you later. Do you remember what I did for when I was swatching the Romans Szmal colors that he gave away in Bologna? I made a small sketch. It's just to play with colors, not a real sketch. It is what I call advanced swatching. So in advanced swatching, I just play with colors on paper to see how they behave, not in a swatch context, in a swatch environment, but in a more realistic environment. So here I will, why not? I will probably try a small beach sketch, because I have this beautiful Azure, and let's see what we get from this. I have no idea what I'm doing, so that would be direct painting. So here is my sketch, but this also has to dry. Let's see if our colors are dry now. Yes, they're completely dry. And let's evaluate them. Okay, maybe I can open this so it stays flatter. Yes. Okay, first of all, I must say that two colors are don't find them granulating at all, and they are azure green and violet black. However, I find them very beautiful because this palette is very muted. You know that I have a soft spot. I have a passion for muted palettes, and this is a palette that I adore. So I told myself that I was in a no-buy mood in May, but this is a temptation. Maybe if I buy one thing, I can buy some Rosa Gallery, these new colors, because it's a wonderful palette, believe me. You must be like me. You must like muted colors and you must like granulating colors, but this is an awesome palette. The one that I like maybe slightly less is this carbon black with the carbon black and yellow ochre. I don't see the color separation very much. Maybe it's my fault. I expected something more color separation, but now that it is dry, I can tell that there is some interest in this one because the granulation is very strong. And when you need texture, for instance, for stones, this is ideal. Like this one also, the golden brown, I think is wonderful when you have brownish stone, brown stone, for instance. If you have building, this is incredibly beautiful, this golden brown, so organic. The jade green is also very interesting for landscape, and the cobalt gray, and the cobalt gray screams out, paint a sky with me, because you can see a lovely color separation. You don't really see the red, but you see some warm areas like an orange, and it is the cadmium red, and it's really beautiful. These two are less, I would say, less unusual, less unique, but they're still very nice. Usually when you have this kind of aqua green or phthalo turquoise, because this is basically almost a phthalo turquoise, you have phthalo blue and phthalo green, PG7, but now this is PG17, chromium oxide. That is a color that is not so easy to use. I don't use it very much, but now that I have this inspiration, I might try to mix this myself with my chromium oxide green that actually I don't use that much, but mix with phthalo blue, that is wonderful turquoise. This sort of caput mortuum also is very nice, I think, for portraits, for any kind of shadow. It's a lovely warmer shadow black compared to the other shadow purples that you find around, which are more bluish. This is more reddish. But these four are wonderful. Look at the golden brown. These are really wonderful. I hope you enjoyed this swatch with me and that you appreciate the effort that this company is making to produce unique colors that artists across the world can appreciate. At least for my style, this is absolutely wonderful. Now let's see the sketch. What I call, it's not really a sketch, it's a direct painting. I didn't even sketch with the pencil, so it's what I call an advanced swatching, because it's in between sketching and swatching. So it's a way to play with color and see what kind of effect you can get in real life without deep diving into a real painting. And this is a very interesting palette. It's muted, which I like. It's like a winter beach with these muted colors. Look at the sand, very interesting, very granulating, interesting color separation. Once again, I don't see any granulation in this turquoise, azure green, but it's still a beautiful color. And I love the muted green that you have with this beautiful jade green. And I have also mixed it with the golden brown to get some color variation. Same here, golden brown, some violet black, very interesting colors. I like these colors very much. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed swatching these new colors. Thank you very much, Rosa Gallery, for offering me the opportunity to try them and swatching them. They were really awesome. I have colors everywhere. If you have tried this color or if you have heard about them before, I know you have, some of you, because some of my followers just raised their hands and told me, Elisabetta, there are new colors, new granulating colors around, especially some of my followers that are in love with Rosa Gallery as much as I am. And it was really worth trying out these colors. If you have tried them, please let me know if you have them and how do you use them, what is your experience. And also I would love to hear from you your impressions about these swatches. And thanks a lot for everything. Give me a thumb up if you appreciated this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it so far. That would be amazing. Ciao ciao from Elisabetta. I'll see you soon.